Okay. Hello, hello. My name is Sophia Makris, and I'm the host of Moms Living the Dream Life, How to Raise a Happy Family While Building the Business of Your Dreams. The reason I'm putting this interview series together is because I want to empower moms to say yes to their dreams, that it is possible to raise a happy family and build your business and follow your dreams. And to prove that, I'm interviewing 21 amazing mompreneurs that are making it happen, and they will show you how they have done it. So today I have wonderful, wonderful lady, Christy Whitman with me, and she is a transformational leader, celebrity coach, and the New York Times bestselling author of The Art of Having It All, A Woman's Guide to Unlimited Abundance. Her new book, being released by Livin, a division of Simon and Schuster, on September Suster, sorry, on September 25th, 2018, is called Quantum Success, 7 Essential Laws for a Thriving, Joyful, and Prosperous Relationship with Work and Money. Christy has appeared on the Today Show and the Morning Show, and her work has been featured in People Magazine, 17, Women's Day, Hollywood Life, and Teen Vogue, among others. As the CEO and founder of the Quantum Success Learning Academy and the Quantum Success Coaching Academy, a 12-month law of attraction coaching certification program, Christy has helped thousands of people worldwide to achieve their goals through her empowerment seminars, speeches, and coaching sessions and products. Christy's life-changing message reaches over 200,000 people each month, and her work has been promoted by and featured alongside esteemed authors and luminaries such as Dr. Wayne Dyer, Louise Hay, Marianne Williamson, Marcy Simoff, Brian Tracy, Neil Donald Walsh, and Abraham Hicks. Amazing. She currently lives in Arizona with her husband, Frederick, and their 2 boys, Alexander and Maxime. Christy, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you so much for having me, Sophia.
It's amazing. It's amazing. And I would love for you to share with us, Christy, how it all began. Like, what was your inspiration to become a mompreneur and build this amazing academy and become a bestseller author?
Well, I love that question. Thank you. I had already become an author of a couple of books, and I had been speaking on these books. And so people started asking me to coach them. And it was during that time that I really put together a dream, if you will, like a dream life for myself. And I remember writing out this vision and having part of it be have my baby in my arms. I go to the mailbox and I, go to the mailbox, and I have all these different checks, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm working when I want to work. I work out when I want to work. I have time and money freedom. And it's amazing because as I had my children, that became even better of a reality because I have pretty much an online business. So instead of having to go to the mailbox and receive checks and then having to go deposit them, they're automatically deposited. So,
yes.
But that was really my vision before I even became a mom. I really wanted to, I knew that if I wanted to be a mom, I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom and be able to work in something that I love doing. And this is way before I, like I said, ever became a mom and even went full-time in coaching and speaking and writing. I was a pharmaceutical rep at the time. So even when I wrote it, it felt like really like a huge dream. And would that even be possible? But I just applied everything that I now teach. And it was amazing that one day I happened to be walking to the mailbox and I was holding my baby in my arms. And I went and I received some checks and I'm like, this was the vision, and to be able to work with a client or teach a class or do whatever I'm doing, and then to go and be able to have breakfast, lunch, and dinner with my children and be able to take breaks with them and play with them throughout the day and be able to, see them take their first step, to be able to pull themselves up for the first time or say their first words. I really was there for all of it, which has been amazing. So for me, it was really just about applying the 7 essential laws to every aspect of my life. And that's what really inspired my latest book, Quantum Success, is exactly what I did, in specifically the area of my career. Because as I wrote in my last book, The Art of Having It All, I really believe that we can have it all. And we have to define what that is for ourselves. And not all women want the same thing. Exactly. And we don't all want to do it the same way and in the same exact flavor. So we have to define, for each and every aspect of our lives, like what would I absolutely love? What would I love to live into? what would wake me up in the morning feeling excited about my life. And, being a mom, depending on how we perceive it, but being a mom can be very overwhelming because there's so much to do. I remember when I had Alex, my first, and I finally, for the first time, I think ever in my life, really appreciated my own mother, because I was like, oh my God, the bottles and the cleaning and getting spit up on and having to do all the laundry and, just all of it. It was so like, there's so much to do, So,
Exactly.
The biggest thing for me is that I've been able to allow other people to support me so that I could do the things that I wanted and needed to do, because having it all is not doing it all. And so, having a nanny at home 4 days a week while I taught my classes, while I coached my clients, while I did all those things, and, having an amazing supportive husband and people that supported me in my business, they're the reasons I was able to have it all so that I didn't have to do it all.
That's amazing, because you covered the next question, which I was going to ask you about, the support from the family and the environment. And you also mentioned that in your next book about the importance of creating an environment of success. So you did have the support of everyone around you, and you did hire nannies and home support, I guess, for cleaning, because that is the main thing that moms are like, oh, how am I going to do everything around the house and do my business and raise my children, and how am I going to be happy?
Yeah, and I remember making a decision because, my dad's philosophy was always, if you want something done, you got to do it yourself. And, if you need somebody's support, it's kind of weak. And I kind of thought about that and went, that really is a very limiting belief. And is that even serving me? Because if I do get support, then I'm able to do other things. And I quickly applied that in my own business. I watched and actually worked for my father for years, do a one-man job and not have support and try to do it all himself. And I saw him, probably the hardest person I've ever seen work, 6 days a week, up early, coming home late, because he thought he had to do it all by himself because he couldn't trust anybody else for their support. Exactly. And for me, even that moment when it's like, I'm going to hire someone just as an assistant to do the stuff in my business that I don't enjoy, but that must be, it has to be done, like bookkeeping. Exactly. I always say I'd rather pull out my eyelashes one on my one by sitting there and doing bookkeeping. Exactly. Not my forte,
Exactly.
And, other things like online maintenance and, there's so many things that happen in my business that I don't want to touch. I don't want to have anything to do with, nor do I want to learn how to do it, because my skill set, my gift is coaching and it's teaching and writing. And those are the things I want to be spending my time with. So just even having that perspective of having a support team come in and be able to do those things, that freed up my time to be able, like you're saying, even having someone clean my house, that helped me to be able to spend whatever amount of time. If it takes 3 hours to clean my house, right? That 3 hours could be spent with my husband and my kids.
Exactly. And that's more important for us as moms, actually, and as wives too. And that is the thing, is because of the mindset that our parents had of like, you have to do it yourself. It was very difficult for me also to outsource different stuff. Or is someone going to raise my child like for 2-3 hours? Is she going to be okay with my children? Or if someone's going to do the house or anything that I want them to do? It was like stressful for me because I had that control. I was a control freak. I had everything under control from my side. So it's it's the mindset work that needs to be done to be able to outsource and get and see what is most important for you. As you said, it's most important for me to spend time with my children and play and go for a walk, and with my husband for a date night.
Exactly.
That is awesome. So do you also believe, from what I see, that in your book you have written about self-care, and you call it this learning to self-regulate. So what is your opinion about that? And how do you plan it throughout your day or week, month, or?
Yeah, I appreciate the question because as soon as I had the baby and my first baby, Alex, my husband and I agreed that we still need to take time to date, like you said, to date each other, but we also need to take time for ourselves, right? So Saturday mornings were always my time because my guilty pleasure is spa. So I don't care if it's a massage, a facial, whatever it is, for me to have that time where I'm not a business owner, I'm not an employee, I'm not a wife, I'm not a mother, I'm not a daughter. I just get to be Christy. I get to not have any cares in the world. And so for me, I would go get a 2-hour massage every single Saturday. And I still do that to this day. My husband gets Sundays to go golf. So it was great because it was like my alone time to bond with both either my son when he was just himself or both my boys. And we would go and do fun mom and son stuff, on Sundays while my husband was golfing. And on Saturdays, that was my time. Wake up, say hi to the kids, kiss them, and now I'm off because I would do it early in the morning. So I'd have my whole day still left with them. And so that was always just a big priority for both my husband and I. It's an opportunity for ourselves to fill ourselves back up. And, we as women, especially as moms, we have so much we have to do that we have to take some form of, whether it's, I also exercise at least 4 days a week. I have to take that time for myself to make sure that I'm feeling good about me, that I'm healthy, that I'm, I've got the vitality and the energy to keep up with them.
Exactly.
And to still feel good in my body, to feel healthy and sexy, and, make sure we're preparing the correct kind of foods. And, we're not just running through McDonald's because it's convenient and it's quick, but to make sure that we're planning the food that we're going to eat and do the proper grocery shopping. These are things that we absolutely make a priority, and they've absolutely paid off.
Beautiful. So you plan ahead the whole thing, because that's something I'm working on with the eating, actually. Something that is needed for me to be energized, to be able to be like all day, like from 10 to 10, at least to 12 hours, be on a roll and not be like, I want to go to sleep, take a nap. I just want to be on a roll, be full of energy. So I'm working on that. So is your eating, like, do you have a specific way of eating to help you be energized?
Yeah, I eat throughout the day, so I don't eat just like 3 meals, but I eat, about 6 small meals a day.
Mm-hmm.
And I just make sure that, like, if we're eating eggs, for example, that they're organic, cage-free, free-range eggs. Whenever we've given the kids any type of vegetables, fruits, whatever, they're all organic. So anything that we can do to make sure that even the meat, the chicken that we eat, any of the, the protein that we eat, has as less of hormones and steroids, and that it's as healthy as it possibly can be for the family. And on top of that, we have supplements that we use. There's a great company called Juice Plus that, for kids especially, they'll put you on like a study, and you can get the supplements for kids for free. It's amazing. And they're like Chewies, and the kids love it. And my husband actually eat the Chewies too. So it's like really convenient. And it's just a ton of fruits and vegetables inside of these gummies, and it's all natural. So there's just things that we do to make sure that we're getting the proper nutrients and that we're taking care of ourselves in that way.
Beautiful. That is awesome. So do you have, do you plan like family nights, family trips? Like, is it all like for the year planned out, just the family with the kids and connecting with the kids? Because it's very important to connect with the children, I believe. And
Absolutely.
yeah, first of all, like our self care, which is important because that helps us how we react. We don't react to children. We talk to them nicely when we're feeling good with ourselves.
Right.
But so do you plan family trips, family days, nights?
Yes, absolutely. So first of all, one of the things that we do every morning and every night is that we have cuddle time, and we still do that. My kids are 7 and 9. They'll crawl into bed with us. Yeah, it is like the most cherished time I have. Like It's first thing in the morning. I've got both my boys next to me. My husband tries to get in there too, but it's the 4 of us literally in bed. It usually ends up at this stage now being a wrestle, time with daddy, and I have to go get out of the bed because there's too many legs and arms flying, and I usually get hit in the face. But it starts off nice and we get to cuddle. But I always cherish that. And then we also have a ritual at night where we go and cuddle both of them. So we spend time with both of them, talking with them, tickling their back. Sometimes it's exhausting because it's like you're in the dark and you're tickling a back and you're ready to fall asleep. And then I have another one I have to get up and go to. And the one likes to be rocked. So I'd be like in the chair, I'm like rocking and I'm about to fall asleep. But these are things that I'm really dedicated, and so is my husband, to do for the boys so that they have a very calm, centering before they go to bed. And then in the morning, they just feel the love that we have for them. And then, of course, at least once a week, we do and take them, to do something fun. What we're trying to do lately is, because we need more bonding time with them one-on-one. Like yesterday, I took my son Alex to get his first massage. He had like a 30-minute massage, and he was like, I want this every week. And I'm like, yeah, right, go get a job.
Amazing, yeah.
Yeah. So we try to do things, with just one-on-one, and kind of have more time where daddy takes one and I take the other. And then we kind of switch, so we're spending more personal time with them. But we always take a couple of trips a year. This year was really, really busy. And I even told my husband there's a trip that we're taking in October, and I've got a book coming out. And I'm like, we have to take this time, because these are the times where it's like, there's no cell phone, there's no computer, there's nobody else, no other distractions. And it's just our time to be like, they get to see me not as a parent in the role of a mom, but they get to see Christy. They get to see me being playful, and they get to see me just completely without, we're always with responsibilities if we're a mother, right? Or a father, but to be without the other responsibilities of being in the house and having to do laundry and clean because I don't know about you, but if I'm in my house, there's like a million things I could see that need to be picked up or cleaned, or, something cooked, or, something. So It's just an opportunity for us to be as a bonding family. So yeah, we've always taken amazing trips as a family, and I feel very blessed and grateful that we have that time.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yes, there's always something around the house for me to do. And like, I'm very I have to have everything like perfect in a way, but it's never perfect. With two, I have three. I have a 10, a 7, and a 2.5-year-old little girl. Oh. And it is a nutcase, but it's okay. Sometimes I give up, and I'm like, okay, now I'm going to sit with you and play or watch something on TV. And they really love that. And you see that smile on their face and that love that they are feeling, and the connection. Once you become a kid, just like, it's okay to become a kid, because once we become mothers, we forget to become, that we could be kids also. We have to connect with them. It's the better connection when we're just, we go down to their level in a way and talk to them, and they love you more. They feel more connected with you.
Well, they feel important when you're spending time with them and you're doing what they want to do. They feel important, and they feel like they matter, which is so essential for a child.
Exactly. So Christy, is there any you've actually said so much, and you're valuable information of how you do it and how you began your journey and how you're doing it. Is there any can a mom live her dream life?
Absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely. There's such a great quote. I remember Henry Ford said this quote, and I remembered it from when I was young, and it's so true. If you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Exactly. And so if we believe that we can't have our dream life, whatever that dream is, that's just limiting ourselves. And like I said, some women might feel like, I'm so overwhelmed. How could I even go for my dreams? When you're looking at the possibilities of can't or the non-possibilities of can't, when you look at the limitations or what other people think you can't do, we always feel bad, and we're always stuck in, limits. But if you start looking for what are the solutions here? What are the possibilities? How could I have exactly what I wanted? How could I have a thriving business and still have a really great connection with my husband and my kids and his family? I remember, and it really ticked me off too. I remember years ago when I got pregnant with Max and my second son, and I was just starting my business, and I had a friend tell me, well, you know what Oprah says. Oprah says you can have it all, just not all at the same time. And I went, well, why? That seems ridiculous.
Yes.
So I'm supposed to postpone my business because I'm now having kids? When, for me, I just looked at, well, there's got to be an opportunity. There's got to be a way. And the perfect opportunity very shortly presented itself to have this woman who used to work for my husband's business. She's like Mary Poppins, just the sweetest woman. She just wanted to take care of the kids while I worked. Mm-hmm. And so, at first it was only a few hours on a Friday where I can get myself organized to feel like I could breathe and start the weekend and then, be organized for the next week. And then when I got pregnant with Maxim, she became our, not full-time, but Monday through Thursday from like 10 until 4, she would help out with Alex. And then when Maxim came around too. And, it was a perfect solution for what I needed to be able to have my own definition of having it all. I mean, I grew a multi-million-dollar business while having 2 kids, under the age of 5, in a very short period of time, while being able to stay at home and be with them and travel and have great family vacations. So if it's possible for me, it's possible for other women, no matter how overwhelmed you may be right now or how impossible you might think it might be. It's just the thinking that it's impossible that keeps you stuck in the impossible.
Exactly. That's true. Because when you believe that you can do it, you always look for solutions. When it's like, I can't, you're not going to see anything and you're not going to try to figure it out. Everything is figure outable. As Marie Forleo says, everything is figure outable. And that's amazing. And that's because actually what took me and drove me to depression was that, because I wasn't because I believed that I was here for a purpose. I was always a person to go for my dreams, nonstop. I followed my heart all the time. And then when I became a mom, default mode, stayed home, did nothing, just was a mom and just overwhelmed. And I didn't like to do just housework. I wanted to help people. I wanted to impact the world. I wanted to do so many stuff. So when I figured that out and I began building my business, and everything is starting to balance out, and everything is greatest success is happiness. So when mama's happy, everyone else is happy, and everything just balances out and everything is possible.
Well, the thing is that each one of us, it doesn't matter if we're a mother or not, each individual person is a creator. We have the life force breathing through us. We are connected to the creator, whether you call it God, goddess, source, universe, whatever you want to name that one and only creative force, but it's flowing through us all the time. And when we stop ourselves and don't allow that creativity that's literally wanting to pulsate out of us, we are depressed because we're depressing our life force. It's our nature to want to create. It's our nature to want to expand and to move forward and to feel free and allow that juice of creating something. So it makes perfect sense when we limit ourselves and say, well, now I'm a mom, I can't create this. Well, yeah, you're denying the very life that pulsates through you.
Exactly. Amazing message. Thank you. Thank you so much, Christy. Is there anything else you would like to share?
Really the biggest thing is that, being a mom, it's really, I'm laughing because there was a mentor that used to say that being a mother sucks. And she would say it from an energetic perspective, sucks the life out of you, right? And there are moments when I can definitely feel that, right? I mean, my husband and I were laughing last night because both boys are 7 and 9. My husband was sitting on a chair and both of them were like literally on top of me. And Alex kept moving closer and closer to me. And I go, listen, once I gave birth to you, you can't go back in. Like I tell them all the time, you cannot go back inside of my body, but they're like literally, and I look over at him and like with this look of help, and he goes, I'm overwhelmed for you. And it's like, kids just help us realize how much love we can allow in or not, and when I resist that love, it doesn't feel good. But when I just embrace it, it feels so much better. And, again, if you find yourself being overwhelmed or you find yourself like, oh my God, I remember when Alex was born and it was one of those, every 3 hours he was feeding in the middle of the night. And I had that feeling of like, oh my God, this is a job I can't quit. Like I can't punch out or go take this job and shove it. Like I can't do it. Right. It's like, this is forever. And then, we tell ourselves, oh, it's at least until you're 18. But I have friends that have kids that are older and like, it's beyond 18. I'm like, oh, thanks. No, but there are those moments, right? Where it's like, oh my God, because the constant repeating. I told my son Alex the other day, I go, we have been telling you since you were a baby, the first time you sneezed, to cover your mouth. You are 9 years old. I think we've said it to you a million times. I think you need to get it by now.
Yeah.
So there are times when you're like, oh, the repeating of stuff. But, it's like, but it's most, I would say all go through that and they have that level of frustration. So all of it is just an opportunity, to just grow. And for me, I'm like, being a mom has been the best self-improvement course I could have ever signed up for. And so when I look at that, where I'm resisting, that's where I need to add more love.
Exactly. Beautiful, beautiful. That, like, motherhood has taught me patience. That's like, as you said, patience. And the best is going to come when the babies cry, when the one is sick in the middle of the night. Like the other day, I slept 5 hours straight and I'm like, thank you, God, for letting me sleep 5 hours straight. It's like for 10 years.
You learn to appreciate your sleep. Yes.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Thank you so much for your amazing message, Christy. Thank you for the impact your like the message actually and the impact you're doing and making this world a better place. Thank you so much for your time. And thank you all for watching. Have an amazing day.
Thanks, everyone. Oh, I wanted to give everybody a gift if I could.
Oh, sure. Yes, of course.
Well, my new book is coming out, so I'd love to gift everybody a copy. It's a hard copy book. I just ask that you take care of the shipping. So you can go to quantumsuccessbook.com. So it's a $24 hardcover book when it comes out in September. So if you go there now, you put in your information, it'll just charge you for the shipping, and then it will ship on the 25th of September. And in the meantime, you have a fast start guide to is a worksheet to download, and then there's a video of me taking you through it. So it'll get you going now so that you can even dig deeper when the book comes. Beautiful. And I will be putting the link in the email that I'll be sending out. So that's amazing. Thank you so much, Christy, for all of that. Thank you.